this map, this one, it's an interesting game too. That's what I'm going to say about this. Very interesting. The HQs are rather exposed. There's only two bases, so this map 100% favors Max over Eagle. I thought this was when I was playing as Sonya back in those pre-Global League games. I saw how effective one artillery here is at protecting these two properties, so I thought, alright, I can probably stall the game, I'll pick Eagle. But as soon as the game actually began, I realized how indefensible the terrain actually is. There are so many shoals here that with a comm tower, which Max is going to get, Max tanks, without any power, just the day-to-day plus comm tower, is strong enough to one-shot infantry on these shoals. So this terrain is very indefensible for Eagle. But the game does have an interesting ending, which we'll get to. I go for my turn 1 property captures. He does the same. I go for these properties right away because I'm suspecting early aggression from Max, so I want these two properties. Once I capture them, I can lock it with my artillery. He actually skips this property and goes for that one. I suppose it's a fine move. I don't see anything wrong. I neither support nor this. I neither like nor dislike it. I just prefer to get income now rather than later. And he built a tank. I know he's going to try to capture stop me from taking these properties, which is why I put another infantry on the mountain to begin capturing this one. And I think I built an artillery. Yep, here's the artillery. I know he will try to at least threaten these properties, so I can lock it down with an artillery to make sure it never happens. I think I would have preferred if he started moving for these properties instead, since this infantry can capture chain, but I guess he was wanting to chain onto this property instead, so I guess that's fine. Well, it's not a chain, but he will go for that one. Alright, my properties are secured, and just in time too. Now he can't deny me one of these two properties. So he goes for a free infantry hit. I mean, it's essentially free. What can I do? I can't punish him. It didn't really do much, but it's there. It's something. I put my infantry in a way such that if he attacks again, my artillery will hit it. He can't attack from here, 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 or here. And this is the point where I realize Max is definitely a better CO for this, because now my artillery will be stuck here for the rest of the game, whereas his tank can just ride on out and start attacking this side. The ability to move from one side to the other is something that artillery has a much harder time doing, and that is why Max is better on this map than Eagle. Well, one of the many reasons. So I have to build a tank, otherwise his two tanks over here would just overrun the site way too quickly. He continues capturing the properties, and he starts going for the contested ones. Unfortunately for me, I can't really fight in contestum. I'm playing as Eagle. Max day-to-day is just way stronger. And the fact that he's building tanks whereas I have an artillery, so I can't really exactly chase him for the center. And I know since Max tanks are stronger, I will need a battlecopter to turn it around, like to do something. So I build a battlecopter and a tank. Oh, two tanks. I didn't even know I have that much money. But yeah, Tanks can't go up against battlecopters, so battlecopter also increases my unit count. He goes for the contested properties again, like usual. Typical normal stuff. In Max versus Eagle matchup, typically Max gets the neutral properties and Eagle just tries to stall on long enough until the super comes in. So that was my plan. Stall the game until I get my super. I protect my HQ because it's entirely possible for an HQ cap. But his anti-air isn't anywhere near yet, so... Oh, it's a little bug with the replay. I moved my battlecopter around to attack the pipe, but I guess it didn't show. And I built a second battlecopter. It should update the next turn. There it is. I sent my battlecopter to attack the pipe, and built a new one. So my HQ is pretty defended for now. He does have one anti-air, but it's not here yet. And he's getting all 4 contested properties in the center, which is not good for me. But that's how it goes against Max. Max will get the contested properties, and Eagle just has to claw his way back up. I continue shifting my units towards the center. And I go for 1 free infantry hit. Like, he hit my infantry, I'm going to get something back. His anti-air isn't close enough to do anything yet. And once again, I move my battlecopter to attack the pipe from the bottom. The replay doesn't show it. And I built another battlecopter. He has 1 anti-air. If I destroy that anti-air, then my battlecopters would reign uncontested. So that was my reasoning for building a 3rd battlecopter. Also more unit counts. He goes for a medium tank. I'm not too worried at this point, but I should be. I got battlecopters. My battlecopters can take on that medium tank. No problem. But what about the light tanks? If all my battlecopters target the medium tank, it's still 5 light tanks to my 4 light tanks, and he has anti-air of his own to destroy my battlecopters. So, just continue to stall, build more units. I also shifted my infantry around to start healing my damaged one. He gets a battlecopter of his own. And another anti-air, which is a good play on him. Anti-air well, it definitely deters my battlecopter from doing anything. Most people don't build enough anti-air, but this guy knows what he's doing. So, I notice he's a little close to my comm tower. I don't like that. So I begin shifting my units to my comm tower, just to say the comm tower is mine, stay off of it. I think the thing happened again. I moved it around to attack the pipe. It will update when I end my turn. Okay, game updated. I destroyed the pipe and built a 5th battlecopter. At this point, I should just stop. He has 3 anti-air and 2 battlecopters of his own. He has enough air defense to... he has enough air defense to stop my battlecopter spam. So it's really advantageous for Max. I think the same thing happened with the bug last time. He moved his battlecopter around to attack here, and it just doesn't show. So he's moving in closer, and I know I can't take him head on, so I built 1 artillery to perhaps sit in the back and protect my comm tower. If you want a comm tower, you have to extend within 1 turn of my base. That was what I was thinking. But he doesn't have anti-air there yet, so I just walled it off with my battlecopters instead. I built an anti-air here. I think that was a necessary thing. His battlecopter was getting a little close to my artillery, which, if it does destroy my artillery, he might go for these properties, which I don't want him to. But my comm tower is pretty well defended, so I shift back to the center in case Max is trying to do something on the left side. And I really think he's starting to do something against these properties, as well as my properties over here. So it's looking pretty scary for me right now. I built a second artillery. Perhaps one just to cover this property, another one to cover this one, and two artillery will cover each other. But it's a little. But Max can break through that. That's the scary thing about Max. And look at where my infantry is standing. It's standing on the shoals. Max tanks can one-shot them because he has the comm tower. To protect my artillery, I put my infantry on the mountains. Now his artillery is blocked. And I also move my anti-air so that if his battlecopter comes anyway, this is perfectly covered. And I also even use this pipe over here to help reinforce the wall of infantry, which he can still break through because this tank can one-shot this infantry on the shoal. I built a medium tank of my own. I decided I kind of have to at this point. If I don't match up his medium tanks will just destroy everything. And even if on this defensive property here, his tanks can one-shot this infantry on the road. It's very scary against Max. But I decided to do a tactical retreat because I didn't want him to get first strike on my infantry. And we agreed on a draw. Yeah, I know it's a little anticlimactic. But I believe Max could have 100% won. And I'm going to show it right over here. Da 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 da. Move planner. This is why move planners are important. I think I played this out a few times of what may happen, but from what I think, from what I can see, I believe I did something like just not even attacking, just move everything in. Well, do kill this infantry off, of course. Have this tank go here, have this tank go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kill off this infantry. Battlecopter has enough movement to go here. I think you can see what I'm predicting would happen if he saw it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be one tile up. Then this anti-air 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can go here. Infantry sits here. Infantry begins capturing my HQ. I'll move you here instead. Just completely block it off. Just don't let anything go through. 3, 4, 5. And at this point, what can I do? Well, there's two things I could do. Keep in mind, none of our units died yet this entire game. Nobody has their power. He shot at my infantry, I shot at his infantry, then we both stopped and left it at that. So I can't. Oh, what could I really do here? So there is actually something I can do, but the game is pretty much over. I lost. But let's play this out just because it's a good idea to visualize what might happen. So let's say I move I suppose I should have used the anti-air and have it sat here instead. Yeah, good thing about Move Planner, I can always adjust it. I know this anti-air can reach it and kill that whatever infantry was on here, so let's actually remove that because this infantry was on there. Okay, so how would I be able to break through this? Well, damage calculator, let's get that out. Let's say I attack from the left side. I move in, attack his anti-air. I will probably do 3 damage, so he will survive with 7 HP. And I might die. I might lose my battlecopter. So it's only a maybe. But let's say I do. He's at 7 HP. Then I move in my tank and attack. And I will guarantee the kill at 7 HP. So let's remove this. Let's move this battlecopter here, just because he would have moved it there to block. Next, I would move this infantry out of the way. I will send my next battlecopter to attack this tank, this next tank to attack this tank. It will probably destroy it. I got the comm tower and Eagle's battlecopter are stronger. And then I would move this battlecopter here, attack that tank, move this infantry out of the way. This tank here, attack this tank, remove it. And let's see, I lost 1 battlecopter, I destroyed 2 tanks, and 1 anti-air. So that's about... So that's, let's see, 7,000 charge from this, 4,000 from that, and 9,000 from this. That's about 20,000. I still don't have enough power yet, but I would probably try to attack something here to get power. So let's say I do get power. Let's say best case scenario, I do get my power by doing some attacks on this side. I can move this battlecopter here, then this infantry. If I had my power, I would do 91 to 100, and then this infantry will hopefully finish it off. So let's remove that. And then what? This battlecopter can attack this tank, but this tank doesn't have the movement to reach this one. So he's capping my HQ if I attack from this side. So, nothing I could do if I attacked here. Now, you might be thinking, what if I were to attack from the other side? So, we're going to do that next. I just have to, just give me a moment while I reset the move planner. Let's see. Okay, it's reset. And let's move the vehicle block again. Tank over here. Medium tanks attack this infantry, guaranteed to one-shot. Tank goes over here. 2 max tanks with comm tower can kill an infantry on the mountain. This tank over here. Not attacking these infantry to not give me charge, by the way. Just blocking everything off. Begin capturing my HQ. Infantry continues to wall it off. This tank can sit here. This anti-air can... Oops. Wait. This anti-air can go all the way up here. And just block me off. I'm not going to move the rest, but let's just move this up here. Okay. You know what? Might as well move this medium tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's say I attack from this side. 3, 4, 5, 6. This battlecopter can attack this anti-air. Again, as you've seen earlier, my battlecopter might not die, but let's say it does, so that I can then move this tank and kill that anti-air as we decided earlier. Then I use this battlecopter. Let's see if I break through with this tank. Actually, I should probably use the tank further away. Wait. And maybe I would... Okay, so I can't actually break through here. Wait, actually, I just thought of an even better placement. Give me a moment while I reset this. This is why Move Planner is great. You might not see something, and then suddenly you see a better move. And when you see the better move, you play that better move. So let's say, similar thing as before, I'm going to set up the map now. Anti-air goes here, tank goes here, tank goes here, tank goes here. Remove this. This battlecopter sits on this mountain. It has enough movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Medium tank goes here, kills this infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I guess it can't actually block the HQ, but it's fine. It's about the same thing. Infantry here, tank here, anti-air up here. Let's remove that. Anti-air over here and anti-air over here. I guess you can also use these infantry just to capture my comm towers to be annoying. Okay, so how would I break through? Battlecopter, go here. Maybe die, just chance of dying. Tank, go here. Kills anti-air. Maybe instead I would use my battlecopter here to attack the anti-air and use this tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, it can't reach it. Hang on. Where was this tank? This tank was on the property up here. So let's say I use this tank instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and destroy the anti-air. Then this tank over here would destroy the anti-air. So I would lose 2 battlecopters, but I would get my power, and that's what's important because I need that power to kill this infantry. And I might not even kill it, but it's the only way I could break the HQ, and then I have to use this battlecopter to only damage this infantry on the HQ. Now I could probably do some other stuff and get first strike on these vehicles, but it doesn't matter. I spent so much time. I sacrificed 2 battlecopters for 2 anti-air. So those anti-air pretty much did their job. They came and destroyed a battlecopter as expected of them. And then I had to spend 2 of my battlecopters shooting at infantry, which is a horrible thing to have to do. Not to mention I'm using my normal power, so the lightning strike trump card that I was planning to use wouldn't even come into play. Let's move this medium tank here, and this medium tank over here. So I might destroy another anti-air with these 2 tanks. I might weaken this side a bit, but Max was definitely getting his power. I mean, he lost 2 anti-air and killed 2 battlecopters, as well as, and this is just a chance. I might not even reach the HQ. It's not guaranteed my battlecopter one-shots an infantry, as we seen with the move planner. Well, this infantry was on the road, so let's change that to might not even reach the HQ in this case. So yeah, this game is 100% a max victory, and this is why you use the move planner, because you can think of stuff like this, cover for all possibilities, and when Max pops his power, you know he's going to get a very strong power because these units are untouched. All my units are forced to be in range of his. His anti-air got their targets, so he's not losing anything. He probably only loses this anti-air and only weakened units over here. But when he pops his power, everything will just switch to his favor right away. I don't think I need to plan out what would happen. That would be a lot of work, but you get the idea. So, that was this game. We agreed on a draw because he was demoralized as he's not making any progress and he fears the Eagle Super. And I agreed on the draw because I saw what he could have done and agreed to the draw before he withdrawn his set draw offer. So, bluffed my way to victory. He was demoralized. I took advantage of that and just agreed to a draw.